Good morning. Nice view behind me, isn't it? We're out today. It was sunnier back in Whitehaven. It's got grey now. We've head down. You can see some rain coming in. We'll see how far we get. Anyway, today we are at Feldyke, which is just north of Ennerdale Bridge. There's a little car park, and we're going up this path to Cogra Moss. Not quite sure how it's pronounced, which I've never been to before. It's a little reservoir and lake, and this one amongst the hills just north of Ennerdale. So we've got, so over there you've got the Loweswater Fells. I think that's Blake Fell there ahead of us, and yeah, then down there you got Ennerdale. I can't remember. Oh God, I'll have to look at the map and remember that one. That's cool. But yeah, the lake's just over here. But anyway, just going out for a walk today because I realised the other week that today is my 100th day since getting Dougal. So this must be like our 200th walk or something, because he's had normally about 2 walks a day, sometimes more, sometimes just 1. So 100 days of Dougal. So yeah, there's the view down to the valley from here. I can't remember what this valley's called. But yeah, this runs down there to Ennerdale. The road runs down through there. That's actually the C2C cycle path that comes through here. And it cuts north of here through by Loweswater. But yeah, we're coming up here. Cogra Moss. There's water in there, there's some woods. Might go up towards one of the hills and then we'll make it all the way up. A bit of a cold wind coming in, I haven't brought my gloves. But just for 100 days, thought we'd mark it with a nice walk. I'll share some thoughts along the way. First glimpse of Cogra Moss. I remember that one's called Knockmerton. Look there. It's not Wainwright. I think Wainwright actually mentioned it, but then discussed it being closed off, so you couldn't actually get to it in his day, I think. Yes, here's my lovely boy. He's just barked at one dog and tried to play with another who didn't want to. So he's in one of those moods today. Hello, you. Yeah, one of the things with Dougal is when he gets a bit wet, he gets quite excited. So he's trying to drag me along here. As you can see, he's not quite ready to go off lead yet. We're working on his recall. Dougal, come here. See, not bad. There he goes. Yeah, I'm more worried about him sort of getting distracted or something surprising him and him running off miles. So we'll wait a bit before he gets to go off lead properly. But yeah, of course while we're walking we have to stop now because he's found something interesting to sniff. Oh, it wasn't too long, but sometimes he'll be there for 2 or 3 minutes just sniffing at something, and then I just get the feeling it's like sort of a dog argument. So someone's left a long angry pee there, and so he has to sniff it for a while and then leave his own response ad infinitum, but who knows. bottom end, the eastern end of Cogra Moss. So just following these paths around, they lead up into these trees around here. So you can pull forward and you go sprinting. There's a lot of paths around here. You can see some of the roads going through the trees as well. So I'm just going to explore a bit, stay low I think, because it feels like there's some rain coming in. So I don't want to get too soaked today. But yeah, no, I noticed it is 100 days since getting him. It seems a lot longer sometimes, very hard to, I think partly because he's come in with them. Oh hang on, let's switch and show you the view. There you go. That's Cogra Moss from where we are, and there you've got all these forestry plantations and here, so it's not that, trees aren't that pretty. Some of them are, there's some bits where you've got nice natural growth, and others you've got these really densely packed fir and spruce and pine. And then yeah, so when you've got down there when they've been clear cutting it, all it leaves behind is just a bare hillside. So that's going to grow back, I think, a bit more diverse along there. Anyway, back to talking about the dog. It has been a very steep learning curve because I'd never owned a dog before. I have written about all this, I put a link to it down in the notes, so I don't go over that again. Yeah, but it was that sort of quite quick process, it felt, between sort of, I'd moved up here in March, started around then just sort of contacting dog rescue places, saying, oh, yeah, I'd be interested, waiting for anything to come up, and then Dogs Trust called. Went through a questionnaire with me, had to get some photos of the house and the garden. I said, oh yeah, we've got this dog called Dougal. He's a golden doodle, would you like to come and meet him? And so I did, and then I ended up driving home with him, because they're quite quick, Dogs Trust. Once I've done the assessment and you've met them, the dog, take him back. And I ended up actually just taking him on what was officially a trial for the first few weeks, because he'd had some health issues. Nothing serious, it was more about his diet than anything else. God, he does. He runs hard. He's ready. He'd love to go off the lead. I'm just not sure I'd get him back. That's the problem. I'm dashing off into these woods and disappearing, but also just getting him to play nice with people and come back before he gets into any trouble with anything. It's all right around here because honestly, we're in a bit without sheep and cows and whatever that he can chase after. But yeah, what happened with that was I brought him back, and then so suddenly I had a dog. And it did change your life quite a lot. Haven't been able to sleep with the door closed for 100 nights. Yeah, that was the thing. I got the information stuff with him and said, oh yeah, he sleeps in the kitchen, he'll take himself up to bed. And then that first night, set up his bed in the kitchen. He completely ignored it, came upstairs with me. I sat down on the bed, he jumped on it, sprawled out. I was like, okay, I think I'll sleep here now. So, still does. Does actually not sleep on the bed all night. He gets on there and goes to sleep with me, then gets up and goes and sleeps outside sometimes. Finds his blankets or his bed outside there, and then comes back occasionally. But it's nice. But it's lovely having him around, and one of the other things about noticing the 100 days was that it's also 100 days which I've done at least 10,000 steps every day, usually a lot more. So doing a lot of walking, and I've losing about 1 kilo a month since I got him, with all the walking and all the exercise. So that's good as well. But yeah, no, he's lovely to have. He's someone to talk to, someone who's there to greet me whenever I come back from being out. And I think I'd never, I'd had cats before. You don't have that bit when you come back and they sort of go, oh, you're back, alright, well, please give some food at some point. Dougal, it's almost always when I come back, I open the door, his head pokes around at the top of the stairs, sees it's me, comes dashing down. He comes dashing down and he's jumping on his back feet and he's like, hello, you're back. With that sort of enthusiasm. And I think just one thing with him is just watching him, he's changed a lot in 100 days. He's a lot more confident now. He was very nervous and anxious when I got him. When I first take him out for walks, you'd go and then there'd be times where he'd just stop. Like, no, don't want to go any further this way. And he just couldn't get through. Now he almost never does that. And when he does do that, it's because he's found a smell he wants to go and sniff after. Or he's seen another dog he wants to go play with. So that, and yeah, we go. There's a cafe we go to. Quick plug here, Raven's Nest in Whitehaven, which is lovely. I'm going to get some film of there at some point. It's such a nice place, so friendly. Now, it took me a while to actually get him in there because it's down by the Castle Park in the centre of town, and he was really nervous of the road to begin with, and so we couldn't go. We could get to the park, but then when we tried to get him out to go down the main roads on the other street, just wouldn't go. Then eventually managed to get him down there and into the cafe, and so the first couple of times he sort of went in the corner and he just sort of hid in the corner a bit. Now we go there, he's everybody's mate, he knows everyone there, everyone knows him, gets free treats, gets cheese. Zoe and Beck's there, he knows basically the cheese ladies. If they see him, they give him cheese, and he loves that. And it's just really nice and sociable, says hello to lots of people, jumps on people when they let him. And yeah, he's just, all that anxiety and nervousness he has just gone, which is wonderful really. And just so, I've obviously had something to do with that, I'm not quite sure what, but I think it's just been patience and taking him out regularly, and giving him all the exercise he needs, and he does need a lot. He's 19 months old now, he was 16 months when I got him, so he's still got that very puppyish energy. Lots of running around in there, but there you are, you see, he's a lovely boy. And he loves to, and especially when you get out here and there's no car noise or anything to distract him, and he can just wander around and sniff and explore the outdoors. He's so happy. And one day we'll have him off the lead around here so he can just go and explore wildly. So maybe next spring. But yeah. Anyway, I think I've rambled on for enough now. I'll leave you just to some nice shots of Cogra Moss and around. There where they've been obviously clear cutting the trees are there. There's a logging road there. That I think I can't see it from here, but I think that goes around there and then loops all the way around right up to there for the trucks and whatever to go up. Be a hell of a drive to do. But yeah, one of these days we'll come back and do that as a walk. I think we'll come around the other way because we're near the top of the lake now. I can see, yeah, there's a pathway just leads, if you come up here, there's a pathway that just leads all the way around very neatly, very smoothly. They are working on doing it, what they call it, miles without stiles, so it'll be a completely accessible walkway all the way around, which is nice. Again, it's just one of these little place in the Lake District I've never been to before. I've finally got these little places that, especially around here in the west, they're just sort of off the tourist path, but still got their own beauty, their own wildness to them. And a lot more places like that to come. very October in Cumbria. Sun pops out for a minute and then you think, oh, it's going to be alright, and then no, it's not. Quite sure how you go across those benches. Have to wade to the bridge and then walk the rest of the way. I guess if you're fishermen and waders, that's where you as well. But this is the thing, this is October. And we're in the middle of half-term week for a lot of people. And I was in Ambleside yesterday, and it was very busy on the roads. This is the time of year we always used to come to the lakes to see our grandparents. It's always very busy around there, and it still is. And look, I've seen a few people on the way around, but they all seem to be locals, walking dogs and whatever, or out fishing. And when you go somewhere like Ennerdale, I'm sure that's not going to be too busy today either. So if you're watching this and thinking of coming up to the lakes, or like coming up to the lakes, do come visit us in the west. We have lovely places. Just sat down a couple of minutes just so we can have a snack, and I think I'll have another splash in a minute, then we'll walk back down to the car. But yeah, anyway, Dougal, do you want to say hello? Dougal, hello. No, too busy eating. This is the one problem with him, he's very bad at appearing on camera. I'll try and get a selfie with him. Whatever, he's just sort of not interested at all. I've got to stay still here at the moment because I've given this one to eat. Bribery works. But no, he's a lovely dog and I do love him. Yeah, and it's not all sunlight and roses all the time. Sometimes he's a bit annoying. Sometimes he does have kind of the spirit of a cat, in that he keeps sort of looking like acting like he wants to go out. Then you open the door, he looks outside and goes, "No, I don't actually want to go out there." But compared to people, he's a lot nicer to be with. And yeah. Fascinating here because you can see down here all the stones they built the dam out of. Actually, the same bits along there. It's sort of local stone. Must have just piled it up like a wall and just bricked up where the stream was coming through. It's filled like back. That's what it was. You got clean. Hey, not too bad. We have some wipes in the car. Come on, have another. Right.